Okay, so he starts his bid,
Uh-huh.
and you're now broke. You only have like 20,000 to your name
Yeah,
after.
because he took all our money that they didn't get and put it up for himself. And that's what I be thinking, like, why I only had $20,000? I was out there working my ass off too. But yeah, that's what it was. And I was on my own. I knew what to do anyway. I was always doing it. And so yeah. And then I ended up meeting my own people. And it took off from there, you know?
Okay, so you go and get your own plug. You go back to drug dealing, and then you and Southwest T started to get kind of close at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. I was he was coming back and forth in my life and like, really just like I really trusted him. He had my back, you know. I was telling him basically, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm doing it, just always there, always being supportive, like my friend, he's my homie. It was just like like one of my best friends, basically. It wasn't nothing involved at first. Me and Terry didn't have our first kiss, I think, until like 95. Something
Mm.
like that. So, yeah, we hung out, like literally hung out daily. Even went out of town together, did lots of things. But just being there. Hmm.
Okay, so you go back into drug dealing, and you start making money. You got your own plugs, and you actually gave T a loan for him to start his own thing, and gave him some plugs and so forth. And they started to actually do well. They paid you back the money, and he actually started to blow up based on your connections and your money, right?
But, well, I didn't loan the money. What I did is I had a connection, and my connect would always front me, or whatever I was doing. I had two. And I was like that person that they would just give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I would just do things for them, Like actually do some crazy, just, yeah. And that's how I went. Basically, I didn't give him the money. I said, look, I'm going to help you. He was one day, it was just like, I couldn't, just having such a hard time. And here I am, like, I'm balling out of control. I'm like, you my friend, I can't see my friend like this. And, he was like, no, no, it's going to be okay. I'm like, no, dog, I got you. What do you need? So I talked to my people. Hey, this is what we going to do. But see, that was on my name. That was on my name. So when you say you got to pay that back, you have to pay that back because it was a big amount each time, until he got stable enough. So you have to, that's why I was saying about my name. I like to keep my name good. And that's how it happened. And from there, it was just like, turning back, and it just blew up, like it was like overnight. Even though it wasn't overnight, it felt like overnight. Like your head turn around and you're like, whoo, just major. He was moving lots of drugs.
Right. And this is around 1994, right?
90, 94, 95, yeah.
Okay. And was BMF a name at that point or no?
No, no.
Okay. It was just Terry and Meech.
Terry and
And there.
Tony. Terry and Tony. Terry and Tony. Let me clear the record. Terry and Tony. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he took it wherever he took it. Like I said, I don't care where he took it, but everybody kind of ate off of it. Like I always say, people always say, oh, I want to clear the narrative. I don't want people thinking that he came in and I just came along for the ride. I was already stable. I already had my home. I knew what I wanted out of life. I had already said, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to make happen for me. And even when he was my friend, we were always talk about what we was going to do with our millions. When we get this million, what we're going to do. This is how far ahead we were thinking, me and him at that time. And so when I gave it to him, I guess he took it back to his brother and everybody else. But when they said, well, you didn't give it to me, I don't care who I gave it to. If I walked in the house and I brought a bucket of chicken and all y'all ate it, you got it from me.